Thank you, Madam Speaker. The stories coming out of the Maples PCH are horrific. I have two friends who had parents die there, and there are suggestions that residents were not getting water. The Town Hall Rivera officials admitted they weren't telling the truth, but Maples is not the only catastrophic failure. There's Parkview, there's a facility at Apostquia Cremation where every resident has COVID, there's the hospital in Steinbach, and many more. Why isn't this government calling a full, independent inquiry beyond Maples alone that will look into who is responsible, including legally responsible, for the neglect and failures that have taken place?
The Honourable Minister of Health, Seniors and Active Living.
Madam Speaker, we were clear when the situation became known at Maples Long-Term Care that we were going to take action and take it very quickly. And that is why within 24 hours there was a rapid response team, doctors and nurses on staff, additional resource added to that facility, and additional supervision of that operator. And Madam Speaker, we were very pleased as well to be able to engage within just a matter of days. Dr. Lynn Stevenson, a former Associate Deputy Minister in BC, undertook the review in Halifax at the Northwood facility. This individual is going to be boots on the ground already this week, undertaking an extensive review of the situation to find out what happened and what we do going forward to make it safer for all residents.
The Honourable Member for St. Boniface on a supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. March 26th, 236 days ago, we first called on this government to provide grants to make sure businesses and other organizations could survive shutdowns. The government's own backgrounder on its business supports, which I table, shows that business programs are often only subscribed by 50%. I've spoken to many business owners who haven't been able to access a dime in provincial support, and that includes the new grant program that was announced yesterday. A business in my constituency went to 25% capacity. They did everything right, but now they can't access a $5,000 grant because the business didn't close entirely. Will the Premier fix this program so it doesn't punish businesses who stayed safely open?
The Honourable First Minister.
15,000 businesses have availed themselves of provincial supports. We've also worked very hard to get the federal government to come up with an overhead insurance program of some kind for compensating on rent and leases, which they announced recently they would do without any intervention by the provincial Liberal Party West. I would mention to the member, however, that he's been totally silent on the comments of our colleague, the Leader of the Opposition, in respect of advocating violent behaviour. And I would encourage him to do that, because to not do that would be to essentially encourage such behaviour. The rights for Indigenous nations in Eastern Canada to fish and hunt have been established, Madam Speaker. The people who disagreed with that exercise, Madam Speaker, non-Indigenous people, are allegedly involved in arson. They took up torches. They burned down a fish processing facility in Nova Scotia. That was wrong. That was the wrong thing to do. Violence isn't a solution. When the member advocates for people to take up torches, when he advocates for them to grab pitchforks, he's saying the wrong thing. He's demonstrating totally wrong behaviour. And I'd encourage all members to ask the Leader of the Opposition to join with me in withdrawing his comments and apologizing.
The Honourable Member for River Heights.
Madam Speaker, we stand today at a very critical time. Manitoba's healthcare system is extremely stressed. Resources are challenged to the max. Dr. Roussin himself said today the situation is scary. It is unsustainable. Hospitals are at their limits. We need to act urgently and rationally in reducing transmission. One source of significant social contact is our schools. There are an incredible number, 171 in Winnipeg and 260 in all Manitoba, with COVID infections in their students or staff, as I table today. Will the Premier act today and call for a period of school closures and a time for virtual learning until the outbreak is much better under control?
The Honourable First Minister.
No, Madam Speaker, I won't do that. And I won't do it because it's not the advice of our medical experts, nor is it the advice of the World Health Organization, nor is any other province in the process of doing it.
Right.
We will look at any number of measures to protect public safety, Madam Speaker, based on the advice of our public health experts.
Right.
And although the member is a doctor, his expertise is not in this field.
Right.
And so I would again suggest to the member that what we need to do here is to work together and to cooperate together and to look for solutions together. That's exactly what we're in pursuit of. That's what we're focused on, and I would encourage the member to do what, frankly, most opposition parties and members are doing all over the country, joining the team that is fighting against COVID.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.